Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here and back for my second attempt in Steel Division 2 in the historical battles for the defense of Krupke. 2v1, of course, we're against two AI units. Last time I got overwhelmed by an incredible amount of partisans. Over 100 troops attacked across the bridge north of Krupke, and it was insane. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you go back and watch the previous video on me trying to defeat the AI on the hardest setting. This has made it very interesting. This is quite cool, I must say. We defended with a few Tigers at the city and a lot of machine guns and trenches, and it wasn't enough. So join me again for the defense of Krupke. I'll skip the intro of all the background of the campaign. If you want to see more about what's going on, you can check there. I'm going to try this and see if I can do it again. And continue on with your suggestions down below in the comment section, what you think would be a best way to defend. Otherwise, we're going to get right into it and make sure we set our AI to very hard as we had previously, and see if we can defend. So we have two positions, as you may remember, to defend on both sides of the map, and one is the train station where the Germans have dropped off all their heavy equipment, and the other side is the village where the Germans are desperately, from a very far distance, holding on. Now the problem is that the Soviets will try to split us in two in sort of a reverse L shape. Essentially the German troops will have to defend here as the Soviets press this way, and then eventually we'll probably head east too. Previously we had a huge engagement on the road and we just weren't able to push them back in time. Though we ended the battle in a draw, which I guess means we successfully defended the train station, Krupke was completely overrun by hundreds of partisans here, and just a crazy amount of tanks on this side. I don't even know how many they were able to push through and get all the way to the station. So let's go ahead and get started then. Thanks again everyone for showing support. By the way, remember World War II is scary and has guns, and so it's suppressed by the algorithm. So make sure you show your support if you want to see more. Otherwise, this disappears, and it'll all be Roblox. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. All right, let's go ahead and get started by setting up our defenses more effectively here. We just got overrun, and so I'll need some more machine guns, and we'll probably have to replace one of the AT guns with a machine gun. Also, I learned a lesson that apparently if we set up an AT gun back here, we can definitely engage this area. So I think I'm going to put an AT gun and a probably a Tiger tank back here. So let's see what we can do to try to block the enemy from advancing. This might be a good spot right here. Let me see if we can take a look there. That's a 50mm pack gun, so that should block most of the advancing Shermans that come this way. That's pretty much all we're going to be facing. There we go. Those two should do well. We'll put a recon group over here too, so that way we can see what's going on. I'll just put them out on the ground here. See if we can spot from here. There we go. Alright, and we're probably going to have to do the same up here. Now, additionally, we're going to need some sort of a machine gun in order to hold this bridge. We just get way too overwhelmed by Soviet troops. There's just way too many partisans that'll push through. So I think last time I had barbed wire here, but it probably wasn't enough. So let's try it this way. So based off of what we know from the AI, it could completely change its tactics, and I might be doing this wrong. So each time it's going to change, and really no battle plan survives contact with the enemy. We can plan all day, but if the enemy mixes up their plan, it's too bad for us. Alright, barbed wire is wonderful in this game. The ability to place it so easily. Steel Division 2 is just perfect for that. Same with trenches and machine gun bunkers and everything else. Alright, we're going to need a bunker here, I think. We put one back here to block the bridge. So I'm going to try to put one here to block trucks and such from making a beeline for the bridge. I'm also going to need another one here, no doubt about it. Let's see. I'm going to try to put one facing this way. So we'll make our defense in the tree line here. We'll put some trenches in front of that. And one thing I've learned is that our extra trenches and such didn't really help us. We're not getting any reinforcements anytime soon from this bunch. So let's see if we can continue to put down AT guns. Tiger is good there. I think I want to try to put down maybe another AT gun here. We certainly know the Soviets are going to be attacking from here, because this is the only area that they have to cross in the west. And the only other area is this train bridge here that then leads to the road there. And that's going to be a crazy position to defend. We're just going to be overwhelmed again. So if anything breaks through, hopefully all these guns are able to hold them back. And it's the north that we really need to watch out for. So we have one machine gun bunker there, two machine gun bunkers. I'm going to try to put a third somewhere in here too. Maybe at the end of the trench line. Maybe like right there. And we're going to try to put a machine gun team in there. So under our support tab, that's where our machine guns are. MG34. we'll then try to immediately deploy in there. So we have 3 machine guns covering the bridge. I don't even know if this is going to be enough either. We certainly needed more infantry last time, too. I severely underestimated it, though we held for quite some time. I must say we were really effective in holding for quite a long time, much better than I had previously. And the holding of the rail line was pretty easy, too, considering. Alright, let's go ahead and put down a command squad. They kind of just keep everyone in line. And we'll try to put 2 infantry squads on this side, too. Enemy mortars are really our biggest threat because they can cut through our infantry pretty easily if they're in buildings. So we'll need to use these trenches, and our trenches are just kind of limited for the time being. Oh boy, we need some more reinforcements here. I need something to hold over here at the train station too. I'll need some sort of infantry squad inside this trench. We're going to put a trench here, of course, to hold the train line. Actually, let me make sure it's right on top. The nicest thing is that we can actually build a trench line on top of the hold indicator. So all we got to do is like build a little trench line here. And that's going to be weird. Let me try something else. Let's try this. Looks like it goes about 200 meters before we have to end it. So let's try like 55 meters. So of course on the eastern front there was just nothing but defenses going on the whole time. For the Germans, they were in a defensive stance at this point, and so it was very difficult for the Germans to kind of counterattack against such a huge number of Soviet vehicles. Speaking of which, by the way, we had a Tiger that was able to effectively defend this position last time, but we needed more infantry. So I certainly need to build some more defenses. Probably a trench line over here to watch the road. So we'll build a trench line here. And perhaps we can put some more infantry back here for reserve, but I think we're going to have to pump him in a little bit later. So we'll get some of these troops here too. We're trying to hold the line as cheaply and effectively as possible. Maybe we can get this group here. What do they've got for weapons? So a Panzerfaust? Yeah, okay. Try to get a better command unit here. This squad is probably going to get overrun, but we got to block the road here, otherwise the Tiger gets completely overrun. The Soviets will eventually start using this road too to bypass the defenses of the village. The village is just not going to get the train station, village train station is not going to get any defenses at all, I fear. Another trench here just in case they come this way. And we have the ability to put down another land shoots group and also some small, like, these are kind of like special police or whatnot that keep units in line. They're not really a command squad, but they do their best. I got nothing. I can't believe it. We're like completely out of points and everything like that. Alright, I'm going to have to build the rest of the defenses up around the village. Make sure we can kind of try to create some lines here so the infantry can't advance so easily. There we go. So that barbed wire will stop the Soviets from just walking into town, and we'll try to make it so that way they have to take the roads in order to get in. Vehicles, of course, can drive over barbed wire, and they're not opposed by that at all, so the infantry will just kind of have to go on in whatever way. I also built a trench line here that I never got to use last time, so let's try that again and see if I can pump more infantry into over here. So what our main goal then is, the game works in phases. Many of you may remember phase A, B, and C, and by phase B, the enemy will probably be overrunning us, and phase B is where we really need to provide our reinforcements by. So let's get rid of that trench. Actually, I wanted to do barbed wire first. So we'll need to provide reinforcements by the start of phase B. If we don't do it, we're already going to be overrun no matter what, but it's just going to be an insane amount of troops coming our way if we're not too careful, and if we don't immediately supply reinforcements. Alright, so there's our barbed wire. I just don't want the Soviets to be able to occupy trenches. I don't know if the AI is smart enough to do that, so we'll see. And let's see if we can put another support trench here. Essentially what I'm going to try to do is have these two trenches support each other. Like this. So that way we can cover that position if we lose it, which we more than likely will. Alright, I think that's good for barbed wire there. And also try to funnel the Soviet troops into an attack here, where we can kind of keep an eye on them. Something like that running through the... so there's three lines of attack then, the roads mostly, and then the southern section. So that should be good. Taking more time to do this right. This is what this game is all about. We have to do it this way. Or not at all, because they're just going to overrun us. Trying to get more positions funneled here. I'm also going to try to funnel these troops into an attack as they get nearby. The Soviets are probably going to try to beeline it past the Tiger tank. So we're going to make sure that we put some barbed wire here to funnel them into an attack. I don't want them bypassing these defenses at all. But they will sure as hell try. Alright. Anything else I can do at the village for defense? There's some barbed wire here that we could use. Put a little bit of barbed wire on either side here. And the Soviets last time made a beeline with hundreds of infantry through this position. So let me try to keep them back away from the machine gun. Actually, let's make sure we control them onto these roads. The enemy will probably move fast on roads, so I don't think we have to worry too much about them bypassing things. And it looks like we don't have enough barbed wire for that. Okay, so now we need some trenches. Maybe a secondary defensive line where we can put some of our troops as they advance. So this will be for our troops that eventually get into these positions for our reinforcements. So the idea then is to hold this position to open the corridor for defense here, but as you can see, we barely get enough points to do it, and the Tiger tanks aren't necessary to be that deep because it's going to be a long time until we get that kind of reinforcement. Alright, without further ado, let's see if we can do it with our second attempt. Reinforcements will come here. We'll probably lose the train station at the start, but we'll retake it. It'll be okay. And here we go. Alright, Tiger tank already ready. The battle begins here. Let's make sure our troops are all good. Inside the defensive positions this time. Good. Alright, you can already hear MGs firing off. And look at that. An insane amount of troops and transports coming our way. Hundreds and hundreds of troops on that road. Look at that. 72 just spotted. More trucks reversing. Insanity. Meanwhile, over here, the Tiger tank is trying to hold them back, as well as another group of 3 squads of infantry. And the train station probably... yeah, train station's already fallen. We'll get in there with reinforcement. We'll be okay. Wow, driver knocked out immediately on the Tiger. Lucky, lucky. Whatever that is. Kill it before it lays eggs. Alright. Looks like the shooter's knocked out. It gets some more shots on us. Look at the infantry just driving by like that. Loader wounded on whatever tank that is. I think that's just a standard Sherman. I can't believe it. These enemy infantry teams have Molotov cocktails. Let's back out of there. Alright, we need to get our infantry situated immediately. I already hear enemy troops advancing. Some light trucks and such. We should be able to fight them back. Meanwhile, hundreds of infantrymen are crossing the river. Thank God 3 machine guns are holding them back. It's just, I don't even think that's going to be enough. Tigers retreated. Why would you get out of the trench? Oh, they threw Molotovs, that's why. Well, just move down the trench, don't exit. Alright, we're going to have to retake the station here in a second. And more reinforcements got to be pumped out. We need more infantry. Looks like we lost our command unit over here. Alright, we'll get that machine gun out of the way. We don't get access to aircraft until Phase B either, so we can't Stuka them to death, which would be a great move. But unfortunately, no can do. Infantry's running when they shouldn't. Should be staying in position. But it's those damn mortars that are pestering us. And the command unit too. We did have access to mortars as well, but they're extremely expensive. are pinning those infantry down as best we can. Alright, let's exit our vehicles. Get into the trench line. Our troops will automatically take up defenses there. Alright, what do we got? I need to hold with less, so I need some machine guns. See if we can keep the enemy at bay. All of our infantry has just incredibly been brushed aside. Look at this. Where did all this infantry come from? No, no, no. That AT team has a bazooka. Wow. The incredible amount of infantry. Just amazing. I'm getting the hell out of here. We still got 3 machine guns rattling away. Luckily, this convoy here has pretty much been stopped. The enemy can't even really get out of that position without being hammered by the Tiger. They're landing hits on us, but our Tiger is quite armored. Alright, you all get out of there. There we go. Sniper team down here somewhere. There they are. Or just regular partisans. Could be a recon team. MG-34 was destroyed. The bunker, I believe. Nope, the one in the gun pit. Alright, Tiger's got to make a beeline to the village. There's that sniper team. Let's get out of the vehicle here. Okay, we'll keep a couple machine guns there. Wow, the incredible amount of infantry is just insane. I think I want to save up for Phase B, but that's still 5 minutes away. In the meantime, I can try to bypass Soviet troops by going this way. Get our reinforcements going now, but the Soviets, as you've already seen, have overwhelmed us with... Look at that. We got about 48 men going this direction. So we're about to lose the village just because the enemy is about to move into that position. We should be able to retake it. Alright, let's get a little closer. Transmission damaged on both Tigers, so they're just going to move a lot slower. The recon planes are spotting us from artillery more than likely, but it can affect how they move if they spot you too. Oh, apparently we captured an enemy truck. Oh well, there that went. We captured an enemy supply vehicle, but immediately was destroyed. I could have used that for the Tigers. I don't know where the hell these Tigers are taking hits from. The squad here has to move to defend the Tiger. There's no other way to do it. Okay, we need to get our infantry to come down this way. I tried to use this as a bypass route before. It seemed to do well, but the problem is getting past this area here. This is where it's most dangerous. So I think we just got to pass down in this corner. If we can get down here, we can take this road right in. Damn, Tiger's engine is stalled for 30 seconds. Snipers are ripping us up. Another enemy supply vehicle. Try to make use of this one a little bit better. Could fall back into enemy hands if I get too close. And there it goes. Tiger's crew is panicking for another 16 seconds. No, no, no. Come down here. Why is the AI going up here? There's clearly roads. I don't know why the AI is taking that way. It's trying to go up this way and then down. It should be going just down. We'll build up a big force before we break through. Another supply truck. Wow, the amount of artillery and everything is just crazy. Mortars are hitting hard. The Tiger's still alive, as well as a few men of the crew, but the amount of overwhelming force that came down there was just crazy. Barbed wire served its purpose for a short amount of time. Keep pumping in those reinforcements. We got to get over there somehow. Alright, well, the Tiger's crawling outside the village, so we might be able to have our reinforcements come this way. Though a Tiger tank isn't going to change the battle. We'll need multiple Tiger tanks. It's not going to be enough. Alright, good. MG-34s are at least keeping the enemy back. Alright, we're going to move everything together. See if we can break that position. It looks like at least we've stopped the Sherman's advance. Yeah, we could have used that supply truck. These machine gun bunkers are now just going to be overrun. Look at that, 121 men sitting right there. We're in Phase B. Or we're almost into Phase B. We'll have to get a Stuka or something to come in, but there's no way we can eliminate those troops. Just bombing them is not enough. We need the Tiger resupplied too. Let's see if we can capture that Studebaker. Might be too close to enemy troops though. Look at those damn snipers. Ah, damn it, they sniped the one guy running across. Alright, well, we've got a few seconds left on the first phase. At least one objective is secure. And the second objective will be, well, hopefully counterattacked. There goes our Phase B now. I don't think we have enough aircraft in the world to even stop these guys. A 250 kilogram HE ain't gonna be enough. Let's give it a shot. I guess we'll try for the troops that are blocking our advance. Oh, damn. Command group is trying to approach the Tiger. Oh, there they go. I guess that wasn't a good idea after all. Alright, let's get our troops through. Okay, we're going to try to advance under the south. That horn means that there's enemy aircraft up. Probably rocket troops this time. Or rocket aircraft. Wow, one of our machine guns got eliminated. Just going to have to keep pumping in reinforcements. The whole game would be changed if we could get reinforcements from down here. Well, we're pretty close to retaking the village. We do have a chance of, like, getting through that infantry. It is possible. Enemy Yak-1B there. Wow. Stuka actually attacked the Yak-1 and landed a hit. Nice job. Yeah, I was going to say he has to either drop it now or he's getting out of there. Looks like he is by being dead. Alright, another machine gun pushed out of the way. We need a Tiger up here now. We'll get a Tiger command up there to plop itself down. Alright, the trucks are making their way through. This is really our only chance for survival. Oh, damn. Partisans with Molotovs could destroy the Tiger. Okay, let's pump another group in there. Looks like the sniper team standing by outside. They're hard to approach. Even if you approach behind buildings, they can still fire through them to give them an advantage. It's only a two-man team. Man, we've destroyed a lot of vehicles. Look at all those destroyed Shermans. That's incredible. There's a lot of those vehicles there. Well, that was certainly a good place to block them from. Alright, I'm going to proceed back to the road in reverse and see if we can meet up with these 9 infantry squads. We'll probably be bombed to hell by the Soviet Air Force when the time comes. Let's see. Oh, we only have one of these, I see. Okay, we gotta keep the corridor open here. Oh, wow, enemy tank spotted. Crew is bailed out. Tiger's abandoned. Pack 50mm destroyed. Only thing in that village now is the Tiger. And the Tiger there was destroyed by the advancing Shermans. Alright, boys, let's get in position. That sniper is super annoying. Alright, we're gonna bomb the hell out of them. And we'll probably have to get some anti-air up. Probably over here. Alright, the convenient AI Air Force is searching for us in positions that they shouldn't even know that we are at. If it were a player, they'd be searching around the village to find the remaining forces that are blocking their advance. Alright, I don't know if we actually destroyed that. We destroyed a Sherman command, though. Tiger tank there. Down to 16 rounds, and almost out of all everything. Almost out of everything. Alright, looks like a lot of recon. Oh, that's just some spam. Alright, let's pump it into this town. Hold this line for good. Alright, let's advance our troops forward. Alright, that'll be just fine. Alright, we're receiving 150 reinforcement points now, so that's much better. This is going to be death here. I didn't have any points or anything for recon, so I'm still trying to cut through. Alright, this is our drop-off point. Alright, let's see if we can counterattack into that village. Tiger tank, for as effective as it's been and aggressive, it won't have enough ammunition, I think, unless we capture a supply truck. Still holding off the Shermans as it can. Wow, that is just insane. Alright, we'll need something to block this road. Gonna get a recon squad up in the Tiger to block that intersection. Wow, look at all the reinforcements we've got. Excellent. Our infantry are being very smart. They're gonna cross the river and attack from the south. We don't have to cross the bridge. I forgot infantry can do amphibious crossings like that. It just takes a very long time. Alright, all of our reinforcements have arrived. Alright, so we're occupying the entire train station here with a good number of troops. Purpose here is to try to provide close range reinforcements whenever the enemy advances. We'll just kind of bring forward a little bit of infantry, so that since they're fully deployed, we won't need to worry about them too much now. And we will get one of these up to attack them. Anti-aircraft guns. It's probably going to be mortared to hell, but we'll see. Oh, rockets coming in on the Tiger. And they can see that with the recon aircraft there. The Tiger's doing okay. Oh, looks like the AI did what I didn't want them to. I had watched their orders beforehand. I thought they were told to go here and then across the bottom. It must have changed. So that throws off that whole plan. However, I will say with all this infantry here, we're going to get their attention, and they're not going to funnel their reinforcements towards the train station, so that's good. Should be able to hold the line with 4 Tigers there. Alright, well hopefully that gets their attention over here and they send reinforcements. Meanwhile, the Germans are crossing the very low river there. The goal here is to hold both defenses, not to eliminate the enemy. We need... oh, we have 1 shell left for the Tiger, and that's it. We need to find munitions. And that was it. Alright, we're going to go right straight for that. Enemy recon's being destroyed left and right. Good. This half-track is a very good vehicle to have. Alright, our infantry is moving from building to building based off of whether or not their cover has been destroyed or if they're panicking. Let's get a couple of Tigers to come down this way. I just don't have the points for the luxury of, or the time. I don't have the time to recon. I don't have the time to like make sure everything's okay and ask everyone about their feelings. We don't have time to do any of that. We have to go. You know, in retrospect, this may have turned out to be an okay thing. I see a lot of enemy infantry there. That tank we cannot deal with, but let's try to bypass that. So that means the Soviets won't be attacking down here, and their reinforcements will likely go for this group rather than the train station, so we won't need as many defenders here now. And finally into the last phase. Let's get some anti-air up. Where do we have our Tigers going? Right down there. 175 points now. We have a chance to turn the tide of battle. There's that damn supply truck I need. Tiger at least still armed with a machine gun. And a bomber is coming in, so that's going right here. On these groups that are fleeing. I'm going to totally just bypass them with the anti-aircraft guns. We're just going to keep moving this way. If we recapture the bridge, we'll receive our reinforcements. Where the hell's that bomber going? That bomber dropped its bombs, but oh, must have dropped at the last sighting of our troops. Okay. Wow, a lot of bombs crawling around now. Let's get some aircraft up. And our anti-aircraft too. Alright, the Tigers are going to stand by for anti-aircraft support. The troops there are keeping the corridor open, actually. That was a retrospect, it was a good thing. They're going to have to take a long time to clear out our infantry. That leaves the door open for the Tigers. Get a supply vehicle up for when that's out of ammo. Alright, this is stressful, as you would imagine. I need to baby the Tigers. It must have switched at the last second to go up there, and that actually could be a blessing in disguise. Right now I see it's straight through. Let's do fast move. No, let's do fast move, and then just regular standard move. There we go, that's probably going to be more helpful. Alright, we're closing in on the village. Let's have the Tiger advance. We got our plane up supporting. Let's see if we can support our troops as they advance. Our aircraft's not the best, but it can do the job. We need to capture a supply truck. Or get some more Tigers here, and they're on their way. Cops are on their way. Alright, let's get this anti-aircraft gun up there. Alright, the Tigers are holding the line. They're taking a lot of damage, but the Soviets have a lot of infantry to cut through. And the Tigers are taking their sweet-ass time, but the bridge is almost ours. I'm going to try to put our AA guns here to provide fire down on that village. Enemy bombers. Just got to get some of these groups out of the way. Very good. Alright, we're going to try to get all these troops to fall back. Enemy aircraft spotted. Alright, we got an air battle over the village. Damn, that plane is slow. Alright, our aircraft is falling back. A Ju-87 destroyed. Bombs away. Trying to get into position to support on the bridge. Everyone's pinned down. Tiger destroyed. Alright, A is up. Alright. Well, we snuck some AA guns behind them. They're not going to be happy about that. Tigers need to make their way through. Excellent. One enemy plane destroyed. Alright, we're pretty much out of time to do this correctly. Everything else is just going to have to be support. I do not care about the train station anymore. I care about the village. Damn, we are so close yet so far. Oh, and our infantry, forward infantry there, surrendered. We have 3 minutes and 33 seconds to do it. If the Tigers had arrived a little earlier... Actually, I don't think they could have, really. Even if we made a beeline on this road, they would have still had to cut through everything here. My goodness. Let's try to add some more anti-aircraft support then around the village. Get some flak guns deployed. And we may as well call out a tank or two. Actually, let's call out the commander tank. Looks like a few of our tanks have been destroyed, but we're still holding the line. Or we should in just a second. Oh. Alright, a total defeat. Looks like the train station was just taken at the last second, but our infantry should have been able to move in. Okay, thank you everybody for being here. You guys are fantastic. Awesome. That was a very, as I thought, it kind of went worse as I tried to do more. But we almost retook the village, and the train station, not too concerned about. It was pretty much over either way. So a good job, I think, this time around. Let's take a look then at the amount of kills. Wow. Look at the Tiger amount of kills there. Which one did the... Oh, my goodness. Look at this one. Kraft, macaroni, and cheese. Because he was just parked right there, destroying everything that was coming through. I got to work on this defense more and more. I'm going to keep doing it trial and error. That's going to be enjoyable to me. And when I break through, it's going to be extra juicy. The loss is really not that bad compared to the amount of destruction that we put onto the enemy. Look at the amount of recon and infantry destroyed. That's incredible. All right, well, we only lost it just because the little train, like yeah, we were pushing a Tiger forward. The flag fell, but with just seconds left, it really doesn't matter either way. Let's see. Wow, kills. So the biggest one here, the motorized brigade, that's the one to worry about, but probably because they killed some Tigers. But the partisans overrun and the motorized brigade just locks down. All right, everyone, I'll see you all next time for more. If you want to see more, make sure you show your aggressive support so Susie Q doesn't destroy YouTube, and I'll see you all next time. It's going to be Minecraft and Roblox, I'm telling you.